Let's check the news from AWS. Amazon EC2 M7G instances are now available in the AWS Middle East region. These instances are powered by AWS Graviton 3 processors that provide up to 25% better compute performance compared to AWS Graviton 2 processors, offering improved performance for your workloads. Additionally, these instances are built on top of the AWS Nitro system, which delivers efficient, flexible, and secure cloud services with isolated multi-tenancy, private networking, and fast local storage. AWS CodeBuild announces support for CodeBuild, Project ARN and CodeBuild, Build ARN as IAM condition keys. These two new condition keys can be used in IAM policies to restrict the ARN of the project or build that originated the request. CodeBuild will automatically add the new CodeBuild, Project ARN and CodeBuild, Build ARN condition keys to the request context of all AWS API calls made within the build, allowing you to implement advanced security controls for the AWS API calls originating from within your builds. You can use the condition element in your IAM policy to compare the CodeBuild, Project ARN condition key in the request context with values that you specify in your policy. This capability allows you to write conditional policies using the new CodeBuild, Project ARN condition key to grant permissions to AWS API calls only if those originate from inside a build for the specified project. For example, you can use this feature to restrict access to certain AWS resources or services to only be accessible within specific CodeBuild projects. The CodeBuild, Project ARN and CodeBuild, Build ARN condition keys are available in all regions where CodeBuild is offered, providing a convenient way to implement fine-grained security controls for your builds. Amazon EC2 C8G instances are now available in AWS Europe. These instances are powered by AWS Graviton 4 processors, delivering up to 30% better performance compared to AWS Graviton 3-based instances. These instances are built for compute-intensive workloads, such as high-performance computing, batch processing, gaming, video encoding, scientific modeling, distributed analytics, CPU-based machine learning inference, and ad serving. The AWS Nitro system offloads CPU virtualization, storage, and networking functions to dedicated hardware and software, enhancing the performance and security of your workloads. AWS Graviton 4-based Amazon EC2 instances offer larger instance sizes with up to 3 times more vCPUs and memory compared to Graviton 3-based Amazon C7G instances. The processors are up to 40% faster for databases, 30% faster for web applications, and 45% faster for large Java applications than AWS Graviton 3 processors. C8G instances are available in 12 different instance sizes, including 2 bare metal sizes, offering up to 50 gigabits per second enhanced networking bandwidth and up to 40 gigabits per second of bandwidth to the Amazon Elastic Block Store. AWS DataSync now supports Kerberos authentication for self-managed file servers that use the Server Message Block Network Protocol. This feature provides enhanced security options for connecting to SMB file servers commonly found in Microsoft Windows environments. AWS DataSync is a secure, high-speed data transfer service that simplifies and accelerates moving data over a network. It automates copying files and objects between AWS storage services, on-premises storage, and other clouds. DataSync uses protocols like SMB to transfer data to and from network storage systems. With this launch, you can configure your DataSync SMB locations to authenticate access to your storage using Kerberos. This feature supports any Kerberos server, such as Microsoft Active Directory, that implements Kerberos Protocol version 5. AWS Amplify now supports using the TypeScript data client in server-side AWS Lambda functions. This feature enables developers to leverage type-safe data operations within their Lambda functions, eliminating the need to write raw GraphQL queries. Developers can now use the same familiar client-side syntax to query and mutate data with full TypeScript support, reducing development time, minimizing errors, and making their codebase more maintainable. AWS Health now supports Internet Protocol version 6, enabling customers to view operational issues or planned lifecycle events for all accounts and resources in their organization using dual-stack endpoints. The support for IPv6 addresses is driven by the exhaustion of available IPv4 addresses, which is expected to continue as the Internet grows. With simultaneous support for both IPv4 and IPv6 clients on health endpoints, organizations can gradually transition from IPv4 to IPv6-based systems and applications without having to make a complete switch at once. This transition enables organizations to meet IPv6 compliance requirements and eliminates the need for expensive networking equipment to handle address translation between IPv4 and IPv6. Amazon Redshift announces enhanced default security configurations for new warehouses. Public accessibility is disabled by default for all newly created provisioned clusters and clusters restored from snapshots, permitting connections only within the same virtual private cloud. This means that client applications will no longer be able to access clusters publicly. Furthermore, database encryption is enabled by default for provisioned clusters. If an AWS key management service key is not specified when creating a provisioned cluster, the cluster will automatically be encrypted with an AWS-owned key. Additionally, Amazon Redshift now enforces secure, encrypted connections by default. A new default parameter group named Default.Redshift 2.0 will be introduced for all newly created or restored clusters, with the require_SSL parameter set to true by default. This means that any connections to these clusters will need to be made over a secure and encrypted connection. Amazon Lex Global Resiliency now supports existing alias replication, enabling seamless bot replication across paired AWS regions. This feature preserves existing alias ARNs during replication, eliminating the need to update contact flows in multiple places when modifying bots. CloudFormation support is also introduced, allowing for simplified implementation of robust disaster recovery solutions. With CloudFormation, users can automate the setup and management of Amazon Lex Global Resiliency configurations, streamlining the process of replicating bot resources across regions. This enhancement enables near real-time synchronization of Lex v2 bots, associated resources, versions, and aliases to paired AWS regions, maintaining hot standby resources for immediate failover or active-active setups. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more and hit the bell icon to be notified as soon as we upload. Please leave a comment if you have any thoughts or suggestions, and, if you think this video is worth sharing with someone who could benefit from it, please forward a link to them. See you next time. Thanks for watching.